Hey folks, it's me. I'm still here. The ham is in the oven. The scalloped potatoes are getting ready to get in the oven. And the dessert is in the fridge. Not that I did any of that. I just got to help. But we've got some downtime. So we're going to do another installment of the Red Book. Okay, so still in S, still with summon. We have summon Lodril. Lodril is either a volcano god or has to do with heat or something, because that's what this does. Must be cast, oh, new spell, must be cast on the lip of an active volcano, right? And for each rune point stacked, this spell gives a 1% chance to start an eruption. Several casters can stack their spells together. I'm not sure I like the term stack with this spell, but I understand the concept and what they're trying to do, and it sort of fits, right? I cast 2 rune points worth of Summon Lodril. You cast 3, and he's cast 5. That's 10 rune points. It gives us a 10% total chance. So it's not really, well, it is additive, you know, the commutative thing. Cast simultaneously as well, but different casters. Maybe we need a mechanic for that kind of thing, because I know I'm doing some of that in the back of my head with some sorcery stuff. Okay, anyway. The actual explosion is delayed by several hours after the rumbling start. That gives you a chance to get away. Okay, summon Ludok. Hour-long ritual, plus 25%. Signals all Ludok of the Coralinthor tribe within 5 kilometers to finish their immediate... No, 5 kilometers of what? Yeah, 5 kilometers of the summoner, right? Okay. To finish their immediate business quickly, gather any equipment and swim to the summoner within 2 days of the spell's casting. So they've got 2 days to do all that stuff and get back, but it's only 5 kilometers. How long does it take for Ludok to swim 5 kilometers? If I had to guess, that's around 10K. 5K is like 3 miles. So I'm thinking like 20 minutes, right, to swim that far. So that gives them nearly 2 full days to finish what they're doing and get geared up. Maybe they need to go somewhere to get their gear. I don't know. Anyway, during that time, the caster needs to stay in that place, because that's where the spell's centered, and that's where they're going to come to unless you leave. If you leave, it disperses. Okay, the spell must be cast within or on the shores of the Mirror Sea Bay. The spell's a privilege, must not be abused. Okay, summon Luxite. Summons one of the sky people and go, this sounds familiar. And sure enough, we have a Call Shaughnessy, which summons a Sky Warrior. Now, the Sky Warrior is based upon all the rune points you do in it, so it's a little different. It says he's got a 2-handed spear and a composite bow made of sky stuff. But it doesn't really say how much damage. Oh, which acts exactly like earthly bronze. So it's a normal, well, it does a composite, D8 plus 1, or a 2-handed spear is probably long. I call it heavy spear rather than a long spear. Do it a D10 plus 1, 2-handed. Okay, but now we have an actual sky person. Summons one of the sky people who scream down out of the sky to the earth and fight for the summoner, which is different because Shaughnessy, does his own thing. And just like summoning an elemental, the same Luxite will come back every time you cast this spell. Okay, the spear of a Luxite is a shaft of solidified light. Love it. The light spell is a beam from the Luxite's eyes that, if it overcomes the target's power, does 1d6 damage directly to the target's total hit points. When they do this stuff kind of backwards. Maybe it's an active-passive thing, maybe. I don't know. I'm not an English major, but... Also, armor does not protect against the light beam. Cool. Now, they do give us an actual stat block for the Luxite. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Summon Nereid. Is that right? Nereid? Is that how you say it, guys? This spell summons a Nereid, a petty goddess of the sea, and a type of naiad. Sounds like the ice nymph, right? This is a sea nymph. Okay, so a type of naiad is described in bestiary. She can only manifest in waters within 1 kilometer of the sea. But it doesn't say that the waters have to touch the sea. I would think they would have to feed into the sea. But that's me. Okay. If there are no such waters available, the spell fails. The Nereid is friendly towards worshippers of Corlinthor and inclined to help them. The rest of us have to converse or talk. Okay, summon Oread. An Oread is a petty goddess of the mountain and a type of nymph. And in my Glorantha, I've got all kinds of different nymphs. I've even got a darkness nymph that's in my game. If my PCs ever get to, it's going to mess with their head. Okay, she manifests within sight of her parent mountain. Okay, there's that. Must manifest within sight. So you have to be able to see the mountain in order to summon her up, right? Which begs the question of, in the bestiary, it talks about you lose 1 magic point for every X amount of X distance you are from your thing, right? So I gotta wonder about inside your mountain, how many kilometers away is that, right? There may be an issue. Okay. The Oread is friendly towards worshippers of the deity. What deity? Of her? She's a petty goddess. Do we worship her? Or are we talking about some kind of mountain deity like Carol Finn? I don't know. I got a question on that. And are inclined to help them. Good to go. Summon Salmon. Spell must be cast within range of a river system that connects to the sea. Here's a definition, right? It summons a run of salmon that arrives the following season. Well, that's interesting. Don't they do that in the spring normally? Sea season? So the following sea season maybe? But no, it says the next season, right? So that adds 10% to your occupation skill for fishers along that stretch of river when making their income roll in sacred time. Again, though, isn't there fishing tied to when the fish really run rather than doing it? I mean, what if it's Earth season and you cast this thing during dark season? You get all this extra fish? Well, maybe. It's magic, right? Oh, okay. But if you do it just before sacred time, there's no timer limit required. You just get this extra stuff. Okay. Each point stacked adds an additional 10% to your occupational skill. Cool. Good one. Summon Snake Daughter. Oh, all these are new spells, by the way. In case you haven't gathered. All the summon spells, all these new summon spells are new. Okay. This spell must be cast over a 3 cubic meter of earth. Cubic meters of earth. It summons a Snake Daughter that rises from the earth. The Snake Daughter is not under the command of the spellcaster, i.e. the summoner. Okay, unless Command Cult Spirit is cast. We get back to this whole thing of casting simultaneously, not getting a saving throw, casting afterwards, getting a saving throw, power versus power deal, right? Doesn't talk about that here, but I remember. But it will defend the caster, the summoner, and fellow cultists against any enemies. Period. Good to go. So if that's all you're pulling her up for, just summon her. When the spell is over, the Snake Daughter submerges back into the earth. Right? If cast within an earth temple, the spell is permanent. I missed this paragraph. I must have stopped early. It was permanent in an earth temple. So if you were to ask me, every freaking earth temple would have one of these, right? And that's in addition to the normal temple defenses you get based upon size and population, right? The Snake Daughter remains to inhabit the temple. And we will stop there. Happy gaming. I think I've got enough time. I'll have another one following this.